Hello, OutOfThisBinary viewers, it's Timmie here, and this week is a fluffy week. This video I'm going to talk about why I'm vegan. This week I wanted to do an acoustic guitar and vocal cover. I ended up not doing it because my immune system is still getting used to working with little kids. So I felt a little bit sick in my throat today, so my voice hasn't been so great with singing. I know this because I tried karaoke last night. It did not sound too good. It's also been a while since I've been back, but maybe a couple weeks from now I'll be back to singing. So today I tried something a little bit different with my makeup, and I don't know, looking in the screen right now, I can't tell that much of a difference, but I tried a minimal amount of contouring and highlighting. I'm not sure if I'm really seeing it here. I was very, very subtle with it. Um, I also messed up a little bit because I realized I had something that was labeled blush, but I realized it was a blush that's more used for contouring, and so I think I might have blocked out a little bit of the highlighter, and then I put a more vibrant kind of blush that's actually for like the cheekbones. Um, Anyways, comment if you're seeing much of a difference at all, because I don't know if I'm seeing too much of a difference, but I don't know, looks pretty fine today. I tried wearing fake lashes at work on a couple days. It was quite the experience. I got the false lashes from a coworker of mine, and I got a contouring kit from a friend of mine named Erin, so thank you both. Jumping into the topic, why I am vegan. I've been vegan for 6 months. I mostly started it because of health reasons. Uh, Dieting and exercise was something I used to struggle a lot with as a teenager. I used to be very overweight and I had a very unhealthy diet. The most I ever weighed was like 195 pounds. I remember being a picky eater growing up when I was a kid, and I didn't eat much good stuff with nutritional value. Like, I was bad about fruits and veggies. As I grew up and I was still a meat eater, I was having more variety in my nutrition, but I think my main problem was just overeating and having bigger portion sizes. And this caused really bad digestive problems alongside with not really using the bathroom at school growing up. It kind of escalated into health problems that still experience as an adult and have been for a long while. Let's see, before I was vegan, I was vegetarian since I was a freshman in college, so it was about 4 or 5 years before I switched over to cutting out dairy as well. And over these 6 months, I felt like my health problems, they're still there occasionally, but I felt like it has decreased in the frequency with eating a more balanced vegan diet. Another reason I went vegan was when I was finding out about environmental reasons to go vegan, and I started seeing statistics about the meat and dairy farming industry being one of the leading causes of global warming, even more so than driving cars, which I found to be really surprising. But when I looked at the statistics and the background research that had been done for it, it seemed pretty convincing for me. And I was told just like the best way to reduce your carbon footprint is to stop eating meat and dairy. I found it pretty convincing, and alongside the health problems, it was another factor pushing me towards a vegan diet. So, just being vegan is not the answer to save the environment, but some other reasons I went vegan, even being aware it's not the only sole answer. It did help me a lot with managing dysphoria, being vegan with this balanced diet and an affordable gym membership that I've had for a few months. I feel like I'm at a body weight that I really like and a figure that I've been liking. Um, Also, being at the gym has helped better with digestive problems, so diet and exercise has felt really good for me. There's kind of a social aspect for my dysphoria that has felt alleviated through being vegan. And I was struggling thinking about how to say this, so that last clip I just put in has a little bit of a cutoff. So I'm going to try to put my words together for this. But it's just kind of a feeling of dysphoria of just being trapped. And it's not always just trapped in the wrong body, but just trapped on how people carry about their lives within systems systems of oppression, and I see social enforcement of binary gender um, interconnected with many other systems of oppressions or just systems of thinking like this is the way things have to be going. So even though I don't feel like my diet will put such a huge cog in the wheel, it just makes me feel a little bit more at peace that I don't have to participate in eating animal products. Obviously, there are things, unfortunately, still used that have probably come from mistreatment of animals, so I can't be, 100% vegan with every single thing I do, but it can at least put me at peace if I can eliminate that from my food to the best of my ability. Similarly to like how we still live in a very binary world, um, but I still insist that I can be non-binary. I guess I kind of have similar feelings with being vegan, even though I'm not like a huge cog in the wheel that can stop the system. It's just about being at peace with myself. So there are vegans who take a really intersectional approach to veganism, and I'm gonna just give this podcast a shout out. Vegan Vanguard is a podcast I've been listening to. It's a collaboration between two YouTubers. One, whose name is Mexi, who does a lot of political analysis. She started first talking about veganism, but she covers a lot of political analysis surrounding capitalism. The other one is Marine from an intersectional vegan channel. No, not intersectional vegan. It's called A Privileged Vegan. That's her YouTube channel. It's a podcast that's these two YouTube personalities collaborating on. It's been really good for me and to listen to, and they're vegans who take an intersectional approach, and they consider being vegan more than just a consumer list, but also a political position and stance, being against both animal and human exploitation. So they have really interesting episodes, and it's not always vegan related. It's just from the perspective of two vegans. Um, but I've liked their podcasts when they are talking about veganism because I feel like they're honest about the pros of veganism, but also some of the problems that might be overlooked through a more intersectional lens. Um, there's a podcast recently where they were more honest about like vegan products that are still problematic because of their exploitation of like minoritized racial groups. So it's just good for me to know to like not trust buying those products anymore. I'm also vegan because I found I have been able to do it affordably. You can do it. Like absolutely beans, rice, produce, peanut butter, pasta, these are they can all be pretty affordable staple products to buy. So I've been able to find that I am able to budget well on a vegan diet. Some of my most favorite meals I've made while on the diet is a butternut squash lasagna. That's my top favorite. Takes a little bit of time to do. I really like it. I did do this green chili rice as well, where I mixed it with all kinds of beans and spinach, um, and substitute meats as well. Vegan mac is a good staple to go back to. That the cheese for that is like almond milk with nutritional yeast. Um, Most of my staples is like PB&J toast in the morning and then hummus and pita chips. That's like daily staples for me, definitely. One recipe I tried that didn't go so well was millet loaf. Um, it was meant to be like a meatloaf substitute. It did not turn out very well. I found out that millet is a very temperamental ingredient to be working with. all I had to say on the subject. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel. This is Timmie for OutOfThisBinary. I hope wherever you are having a lovely day, and peace.